In this video, we've got two battles of log bait at 7,000 trophies, so let's get right into it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mars, back with another Clash Royale video. And guys, in today's video, as I said, I'm coming at you with two battles with some 7,000 trophy log bait gameplay. As you guys know, I've gotten to about 6,200 trophies, but this gameplay was shared by one of my viewers. He's reached 7,000 trophies before, and he wanted a little feature on the channel. His name is Cycle Fast, and in this video, he's got one battle with classic log bait and one battle with Prince bait. So let's get into the first battle with classic log bait right now. All right, guys, into the battle we go, and here we are. As you can see, he's running classic log bait on the bottom of your screen and going up against Pekka bridge spam, which is definitely a matchup I struggle with sometimes. So goes with the goblin barrel in the safe spot, and clearly it's Pekka bridge spam at this point. And since the opponent used their zap already, he decides to go with the goblin gang there to defend. And we'll see what he does here to break through and defend the big Pekka pushes in double elixir, because sometimes I struggle a little bit with Pekka bridge spam. But I think, yeah, so he's actually going to go with the defensive goblin barrel there on that bandit. And an interesting play. Let's see if the knight can stop the battle ram. Yeah, so that's definitely a possible play that I can start using on defense. A quick knight against the battle ram if they don't do anything else does stop it from charging, but that barbarian did get a lot of damage on the left, down to 2744. So let's see, he does go with the princess in the back once the royal ghost is out of cycle on the other side. So that's interesting to take into account. And well, it looked like that exact goblin gang placement kind of got the best of the royal ghost right there, so that's interesting. And then a goblin barrel on the right when the opponent was at low elixir is pretty smart right there. And we'll see what he does here for the Pekka. Gonna just load up with the Inferno Tower and defend. So yeah, so far pretty good gameplay from Cycle Fast, and he has been BMing quite a bit here, as you saw in this game. That's something I do as well. Go with the princess at the bridge when you have the Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower does expire there though. So yeah, and then Cycle Fast here, knowing the opponent's at low elixir, is going to start BMing a little bit and goes with the Ice Spirit Goblin Barrel push, because look at that Goblin Barrel. That Goblin Barrel right there broke open this game down to 703, and Cycle Fast is staying true to his name, sticking with the log cycle right there, and going with that same Knight Goblin Gang combo to stop the Royal Ghost Battle Ram push in its tracks once again. And the good thing to keep in mind is that Pekka bridge spam doesn't really have a hard counter for the log, or for the goblin barrel. Excuse me, they don't have a log to counter the goblin barrel. So you got to get damage when you can, and Cycle Fast has gotten the opponent all the way down to 308 here, down to 203 after that log. And the Ice Spirit does a great job stopping that Battle Ram's charge. Goblin barrel takes the tower, and guys, with 2,400 remaining on his tower, I think Cycle Fast is going to be good here. He loves the BM though, as you can see, guys, just emoting his opponent to death right here as he easily defends this push. So that was a really good game by Cycle Fast. My main takeaway, honestly, was he kept up the pressure, kind of like in a golem deck, and didn't really let the opponent go in for Pekkas. I think the opponent only went in for one Pekka the entire game. Alright guys, into game number 2 here, and that was a great first game with classic log bait against Pekka bridge spam. So again, I think the main takeaway was to pretty much keep up the pressure, use the Ice Spirit and the Goblin Gang to stop the Battle Ram when you can, when the opponent already used their zap. And yeah, but in this game, Cycle Fast is switching to Prince bait. So not really staying true to his name there, because Prince bait I think is 3.8 elixir if I'm not mistaken. So definitely not a fast cycle deck, but it has great offensive potential with the Prince and the Rascals once you take a tower. And yeah, the opponent here running an interesting Hog Inferno Tower deck with Log, Zap, and Fireball. So it'll be interesting to see how Cycle Fast is going to break through here. With the opponent having Log, Zap, and Fireball. This will be a good example for you guys if you ever have trouble when people have double small spell. So the opponent is going to go with the Log right there to stop that Goblin Barrel, and If I'm not mistaken, I think all we've gotten so far is one Dark Goblin hit on the right for that 145 damage. And Dark Goblin is going to stay alive here, probably a zap. Yeah, so the opponent is going to zap right there. And with a minute 30 remaining, we're getting closer to double elixir, where I think this game is going to break open a little bit. Cycle Fast did a smart play right there. He was probably holding the log on the bridge, waiting for the opponent to go in for the Hog Rider. And then Cycle Fast goes with the juke barrel on the left, and it ends up working out pretty well there on that side, but Dark Goblin stays alive, and the Dark Goblin's going to get even more damage than the Goblin Barrel did on the left, so he's got a decent lead now, but in a Hog Rider Fireball deck, the opponent, Beta Morte there, could always cycle him out. But we'll see what happens here. Princess at the River gets 2 hits, and now 2680 is remaining. So Cycle Fast here is actually going to rocket the Hog Rider. That is definitely something that I do sometimes when you don't really have another good counter. And if Cycle Fast went with the Goblin Gang, they would probably just zap it and end up getting like 2 hits with the Hog, which would be kind of a lot of damage. So going with the Dark Goblin here again, it can outrange the Inferno, so that's really nice, but the opponent blocks that with the Goblins. And Cycle Fast is probably, yeah, he rockets again on the Knight and the Hog Rider, so that was actually a positive trade for Cycle Fast. And he's going to go with another Goblin Barrel here. He has been chipping out the opponent with the Log and the Goblin Barrel. And as you can see, he juked him out there again and got another Princess hit and goes with another Princess at the River, so wow, guys, you really got to be relentless with your princesses at the river. You can't be too predictable, though. But this princess is getting a ton of damage, and that Ewiz is going to get bounced back, so it gets even another hit, down to 1246. And again, with Log Bait, when you have Rocket and Log, those 2 spells make for a pretty good spell cycle combo. You can cycle a lot of logs on their tower, kind of like with Ice Bow. And then a smart Prince there in the back from Cycle Fast to make sure that any Hog Riders don't come down on the right. And yeah, the opponent tries to go in for a Hog Rider, but the Prince charges into it and it gets shut down, and he gets another hit with the Goblin Barrel on the left. Rascals at the bridge to protect the Princess. And at this point, the opponent fireballs there, but misses the Princess, so the Princess is still alive. A Log is going to get a little bit more damage, down to 996. Another Goblin Barrel, another juke way in the back, but the Prince gets there anyway, and the Goblin Barrel was going to get there too because the opponent had no elixir. Wow, Cycle Fast is a very good log bait player, and it's no wonder why he's gotten to 7,000 trophies before. So there we go, guys. That's going to wrap it up for today's log bait video. I hope you guys enjoyed some top ladder log bait gameplay that I haven't really been able to get yet on the channel. This season, I'm hoping to get to 6,300 trophies for the first time. That would be really awesome. I've been using this deck right here, Classic Log Bait, with the arrows subbed in instead of log, and it's been working great for me so far this season. There's still 14 days left in the season at this point, so I think I have enough time to at least get comfortably above 6K and go for my new record, trying to at least beat 6201. But anyways, guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching once again. Make sure to drop a like right now if you liked today's video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Doing those little things takes like 1 or 2 seconds, but it benefits my channel tremendously, and I really appreciate it. But anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video once again, and I will see you guys in a couple days with another Clash Royale video.